Okay, I have to admit, I'm pretty excited today. Do you want to know why? Because today's the day I get to go to the farm. I've been down in DC for the last week and a half, and I'm going to be heading back up to the farm. I'm super excited, and I'm bringing you guys along for this road trip. Okay, so I'm really excited about today. Let me explain how I'm getting home. So, let's start here. I am right here in Washington, D.C. I'm gonna fly roughly this way to Boston. And then when I'm in Boston, I'm gonna take a rental car and I'm gonna drive all the way up here. And then boom, right there, that's where the farm is. That's home. So about 3.5 years ago, my wife and I moved from New York to DC. We'd both gotten work opportunities and we felt like it was the right move. The only problem was when we moved down to DC, we realized we hated it. I'm not sure if we were just burnt out on cities in general or the city of Washington, DC just soured us on the idea of cities, but it was shortly after moving to DC that we started the process to look for the farm and find the farm. About a year and 9 months ago, we bought the farm, and that was awesome. It needed a ton of work. The house was in rough shape. That first winter, it was probably about 37 degrees inside most of the time. But last year, we did a ton of work, and we fixed up the house. About 6 months ago, my wife, Allison, moved up to the farm. I've still been down here in DC, holding up the fort. We sold our house down here and downsized to just a tiny little apartment. And for the last 6 months, I've been going back and forth, seeing her as much as I can. It's been tough. I can fully admit that it's been tough. So I have spent a ridiculous amount of my life sitting in airports waiting for flights. But especially as I go back and forth to the farm, I'm usually up there a couple times a month. That puts a lot of miles on. Sometimes I fly, sometimes I drive, trying to figure out kind of the cheapest, most cost-effective way while also balancing the amount of time off that I have and the time that I can spend actually at the farm. It's not an easy thing to do to try to get those two things to match up. And I'm in Boston now. It's good to be here. I used to live in Boston. I went to college in Boston. This is where I had my first apartment. This was the first city I ever lived. My stay in Boston is going to be very quick. All I'm doing is getting the rental car and going to the farm. Gotta catch the shuttle. Excuse me. This bus is quite crowded.
Attention rental car customers.
I hope I get a good car. I'm gunning for like a pickup truck or something. That'd be fun to drive up. Hopefully it's not some sort of crappy minivan. I've had that situation. Luckily I get to pick the car with the rental car company I'm using. Oh yeah, pickup trucks galore. Whoa. Those might be overkill. I've decided to give this truck right here a shot. I'm still getting used to this whole following myself around with a camera routine. I'm not sure I like it very much. So I used to shoot documentary films. Like when I was in college and when I got out of college, that was my focus. That's actually what I wanted to do with my life. And I was very comfortable, but I was always behind camera. I was never in front of the camera. And so this idea of shooting isn't bad at all to me, but this idea of shooting myself is exceptionally awkward. So take it for what it's worth. So I'm almost back at the farm now. It's been a nice, quiet, uneventful drive. Listened to some books on tape. Called a friend of mine. No complaints. I'm on this journey to become a farmer. I've got a long way to go. There's so many skills I don't have. There's so much infrastructure I need to build for the farm. And so I want to get these things together, and I want to, do the necessary steps that are required to make these things happen. And I'm willing to take the slow path there. I don't want to rush it. I'm looking to build things slowly, thoughtfully, and sustainably so that I can have this long-lasting farm business that keeps me employed well into my next century, because I know exactly how I want it to die. I want it to go down this way. In the year 2084, my wife Allison is going to pass away quietly in her sleep at the age of 100. It'll be unfortunate, but she'll have lived a good life. And after she passes away, I will grieve, settle all of my affairs, and then pack myself a sandwich. I will walk out into the woods, out back behind our fields, and I will find a nice big old butternut tree that we have back there. And I will sit and wait. If I get hungry, I will eat some of my sandwiches. And eventually, a fierce old black bear will stumble upon me. I will challenge the bear to a fight. I will lose. The bear will devour me, scavengers will pick through my bones, and I'll be fully returned to the earth. That's how I want to die. Here we are, we're at the farm. It is mighty good to be home right now. Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, it's so good to see you. Hey, it's so good to see you, my friend. Oh, yeah. Oh, who's the best little barn cat who greets me when I come home? Oh, yes. You're the best barn cat. Yes, you are. Oh. All right. I know I gotta be quiet. Allison's sleeping, so I'm gonna be quiet. Well, that's been the road trip here. It's good to be home.